Hello, hello, hello. So we're going to do a tapping for when you are wanting to do something, but you just keep putting it off. You just never quite get round to doing it. You plan it, you plan to do it, you have it in your calendar, and then, just something, other stuff pops up and kind of gets in the way. You never seem to get round to doing the thing that you keep saying you're going to do. And there's generally a reason for that, because there's something about the thing that you are saying that you want to do. There's something about it that is either worrying you, or you don't know how to do it, or you think it's going to be difficult, or your subconscious has perceived some kind of downside to actually getting it done. So let's do a little bit of tapping for this. Now, before we begin, I just want to invite you to close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. And just allowing your breathing to come easily, naturally, rhythmically as you keep your eyes closed. And as you allow your breathing to come easily, I'm going to invite you to just really notice whatever it is you're sitting on or against. Just becoming aware of where it connects with your body. Noticing how it just seems to rise up to support you. And as you allow yourself to sink into that support just a little bit more now, I'd like you to bring to mind the thing that you keep saying you'll do, but you just don't seem to get around to. So just allow yourself to see that in your mind's eye. And as you think about doing that thing, as you imagine seeing yourself taking action on this thing, notice how your body is responding. Just become aware of any tightening or tension, or maybe some knotting, and where that is. So maybe it's knotting in your solar plexus. Maybe your stomach is getting a little bit butterfly-y. Maybe your head is starting to hurt, or maybe something else. And as you envision yourself in your mind's eye doing that thing, taking that action, and you feel that physical reaction, and you hear whatever it is your little inner voice is saying about doing this thing, I just want you to give that feeling, that intensity, a number between 1 and 10, where 10 is super intense and 1 is, it's fine. And take a nice deep breath and hold it. And let it go. And when you're ready, opening your eyes, and we're going to start doing some tapping for this. You're going to tap where I tap. You're going to repeat what I say, but obviously I don't know exactly what it is that you're thinking about. So a lot of what I'm saying is going to be my best guess based on my own experiences of not doing things. But if I say something that doesn't quite resonate, if you want to replace the words that I'm using, please feel free, so it becomes more pertinent to you and what you're experiencing and what you're thinking about. Cool. So repeating after me. Even though I keep putting this off, I can see it in my mind's eye. It's been sat on my to-do list for ages. And I keep saying to myself, I must do that. And then I never do. And I choose to accept myself anyway. Even though. When I imagine myself doing this, I can feel my body reacting. I can feel that physical sensation right there. And it's pretty intense. There's a reason I've been putting this off. And I choose to love and accept myself anyway. Even though I keep putting this off. And maybe I'm getting a little bit annoyed with myself about it. Maybe I'm getting a bit frustrated with myself. But I'm just going to take a moment to acknowledge that there is something about this that is causing me to worry. It's causing me to put it off. Maybe I don't quite know how to start it. Maybe I'm a little bit anxious about what will happen as a result of doing it. Whatever it is, I choose to accept myself anyway. And coming up to your eyebrow, I keep putting this off. I know what it is and I keep putting it off. There's something about the thought of doing this. Maybe I don't know how to start. Maybe it feels too difficult or too hard. Maybe I'm afraid it's going to be really boring. Or maybe something might happen as a result of doing this. Maybe my subconscious is perceiving a downside. Whatever it is, it's causing me to procrastinate. And I can feel that in my body. When I think about doing this thing, my body responds exactly like that. Maybe my shoulders get tight. Maybe I get a knotting sensation in my solar plexus. Maybe I get a load of chatter in my head. Maybe the moment I start to think about doing this, my little inner voice goes nuts. I don't know how to do it. Your inner voice may sound different, I don't know. It's going to be too hard. I'm going to look like an idiot. People are going to judge me. I don't have time to do it now. I'll just do this other thing first. And I just keep putting it off. And the issue is, the more I put it off, the bigger it becomes. It's taking up space. It is lurking in the back of my mind. And it keeps rolling to the front to make me anxious. Maybe there's even a deadline attached to this. It may be a self-imposed deadline, but it's a deadline nonetheless. And I'm saying to myself, why can't I just do it? Come on, just do it. What's wrong with me? I should have done it by now. I shouldn't keep putting it off. I'm such an idiot. I should stop being so lazy. But what if I'm not an idiot or lazy? What if part of me is just a bit scared? Maybe part of me just doesn't know where to begin. Maybe it feels too big, too overwhelming. But what if I did know how to start? If I knew the exact first step, I wonder what it would be. As I allow myself to calm down around it, as I give my body permission to relax a little bit about it. Maybe I can take a breath around it. Maybe I can shake my shoulders a little bit to release the tension. As I allow that stress response to come down now, and if I knew what my first step was, or if I knew what my next step was, I wonder what it would be. I wonder what I would tell myself. And what if all I had to do right now was that next step? Nothing more. Just that next step. And if I wanted to continue, I could. But all I give myself permission to do right now is come up with that next step and do it. Even if I don't know exactly how to do it. In which case, maybe my next step is not doing it, it's finding out how to do it. And maybe that's all I have to do right now. I'm going to make something really clear to myself. I haven't been putting this off because I'm bad or stupid or lazy. There's just been something about it that feels too hard and too scary. And the more conscious of that I allow myself to be, the more understanding of that I allow myself to be, maybe the easier it is to take the next step. Maybe I've been really mean to myself about it up till now. But what if I just got curious? What is it exactly about this that is putting me off? What is it exactly about this that is putting me off? I wonder what that might be. And maybe I know the answer, or maybe I don't. But if I did know the answer, I wonder what I would guess at. Because once I understand that, once I get the, oh, that's what it is sensation, then I can start to do something about it. I can start to understand. I can start to be compassionate to myself. I can even tap on the reason. Because once I know what it is, I can work on it. So maybe my next step is doing some tapping on what it is that's putting me off. On what it is exactly. I'm open to the possibility that I can release this resistance. I'm open to the possibility that I can get curious about this resistance. I'm open to the possibility that this resistance is a gift. Because it's showing me what requires healing. And I give myself permission to heal it. And take a nice deep breath in and hold it. And just have a little check in with yourself. Imagine seeing yourself doing that thing and notice what changes in your physical response. Notice that number you gave yourself before we tapped. What's happened to it? Has it come down? Brilliant. Has it stayed the same? Has it gone up? So if it stayed the same, that's fine. It's giving you feedback. Get a little bit more specific. Maybe the next step of your journey is, because that was quite a general tap, is to actually get specific on what it is exactly that is preventing you from taking this action. What is it exactly that is causing that resistance? And try doing some tapping on that. Talk to yourself about it as you tap through the points. Start to release that trapped energy around it. And if your number is higher now than when you started, that's okay too. That's also really good feedback. What is it you thought or said that caused that intensity to spike? Is it the same emotion as when you started, or is it different? Because our emotions are layered. So it's okay if you started with one type of emotion, maybe anxiety, and the next emotion is sadness. That's okay. You're working your way through the layers, but just approach all of it with extreme non-judgmental curiosity, because you're not avoiding doing this because you're bad or stupid or lazy. You're avoiding doing this because there is part of you that is scared of it for whatever reason. So instead of beating yourself up about that, acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. Okay, there's part of me that's scared about this. That's okay. That's okay. I wonder what it is. I wonder what it is. I wonder why it is. Just get curious and let me know how you get on. So I hope that was useful. If it was, please feel free to like, subscribe, do all the good stuff. You can also follow me on social media. It's all very imaginatively entitled Claire Turner EFT. I think Instagram is Claire Turner EFT UK, just to spice things up a little bit. And I'll see you soon.